Hi, it's Elia Placido. I'm a tech consultant and architect from Finland, been around sustainability EU projects as well as technology startups and always been kind of split between these worlds. And that's why I've had this insight that we are witnessing the collision of two massive regulatory bodies. On the other hand, there is the push for radical transparency through, like, for example, CSRD compliance for the companies. And on the other, there is a demand for strict control and safety for the use of AI. And for years, like, the sustainability reporting has been about marketing, like glossy PDFs, vague promises of the compliance with the sustainability goals and so to say. But we are now entering a new era where it's not anymore about trust me, we have these fancy reports, we have this fancy strategy, and it's more about prove it in a data-driven way. So I would break down this new paradox so that to meet your sustainability goals, you need AI and in general like new data-driven capabilities. But to use AI safely, you need a new kind of compliance strategy. So I built this course because operating in silos is no more an option. But at the same time, companies often don't do things related to compliance or many other things for the sake of just being compliant, but they want to create value and enablers. So this is the background for the course. It's called AI and Sustainability Compliance, Landscape, Enablers, and Building Your Sustainable AI Roadmap. So basically, when we talk about the new Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, CSRD, it's changing the game entirely. So now you have to report not just how the world impacts your business, but exactly how your business impacts the world. So many see these regulations as like conflicting obstacles, but I would rather want to have a point of view that they are a triad of trust so that you can develop more reliable AI as well as like data-driven operations and decision making. So I would say in a nutshell, we can state that in the CSRD, it's about the demand for transparency. In GDPR, it's about ensuring privacy of the individuals involved in the data that is used. And with the EU AI Act, it's about providing the reliability framework for the tools processing the data and how to evaluate risks. So in our course, the idea is that you understand how you combine these three compliance frameworks, and not just for the compliance requirements, but that you are building a system where sustainability claims are actually verifiable and operations are transparent and auditable, while AI-driven solutions, they help you do the heavy lifting with the data extraction, processing, and deriving the insights. So if you think about it, if the law enforces you to map your supply chain, when we talk about like tracing every material, quantifying emissions, as is like required, for example, in the digital product passport, you have just built the most detailed data-driven operational map your company has ever had. The same data you need for the CSRD is the exact data you need to drive a circular economy. So when it allows you to identify waste, optimize logistics, and redesign products for longevity. And we move from simply just reporting, let's say, life cycle impacts to automating them. So sustainability is turning from like this retrospective reporting of the past into a real-time decision-making tool that can also, because usually you have to develop new data capabilities to enable these things, so it can also help you to identify improvements and like in the resource and cost efficiency and processes. So this course is not purely tech nor a sustainability compliance course. It is a navigation guide to get the best of the both in a business enabling way. So why this matters now? The problem is that companies, I would say in general, in between tech and sustainability, these are still very much siloed experts and boxes. And often companies will either be too slow to report, failing the CSRD, or they are going too far in automation and in the agentic AI, failing the EI Act in that. So basically in this course, we over the 6 to 7 weeks, we just don't talk theory, but at the end of the course, you build this like strategic implementation roadmap, how to leverage AI for sustainability compliance and in general for the sustainable use of AI. Then we decipher these overlapping and often confusing rules when it comes to Digital Product Passport, CSRD, AI Act, GDPR. And we design agentic AI workflows that help to automate compliance without losing human oversight. So covering also how this is related to life cycle assessment, circular economy, and so to say. And we call basically that AI can use in the 4 superpower areas. There is like the macroscope, optimizer, a crystal ball for the future, and then auditing so that you turn your data-driven operations, whether it's about reporting, monitoring operations, to auditable and reliable processes. So in a nutshell, the idea of the course is to build this bridge between the legal requirements and technical capabilities. So we will look at the agentic AI workflows that can automate a lot of the heavy lifting of data collection while also keeping human in the loop for the ethical oversight. Most importantly, it's about creating the actual implementation roadmap. And maybe you are asking now that, well, is this relevant for me? Let me break it down. So if you are specifically on the sustainability and ESG manager side of things, if you know that what needs to be reported but struggle with how to gather the data efficiently, this course reveals how AI can automate and help you with the heavy lifting. If you work in legal, compliance, or the risk functions, you are navigating the minefield of the EU AI Act and GDPR. So we will help you cover how to deploy AI safely without inviting regulatory penalties. And if you work more on the operations and supply chain side of things, you are often tasked to report Scope 3 reduction and Scope 3 emissions or implement Digital Product Passport. So we will show how AI can help you trace materials and optimize circular flows. And of course, if you are in IT, tech, data like me, you are building infrastructure, new AI capabilities, new technological capabilities. These help you put them into context so you can align your current tech stack with the sustainability goals and the compliance requirements. So the whole idea here is that you don't let the regulations be a bottleneck, but rather a data-driven enabler. So you use them more as a catalyst to modernize your entire operations. So basically at Sisuregen, we are offering this minus 50% opening discount until the end of January. And in general, I would love to hear what you thought about this. Do you work in sustainability or something related or completely outside? And what do you just think about this? I would love to hear. Thanks.